Attention please. This uploading is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with subtitles. GPITRAL. Follow us.
Part 4.
Bethany, Oklahoma. This farming community is used to slow-moving tractors. But today, a drug-crazed car thief is tearing up their highways at top speed. Police spotted him in the stolen SUV, smoking crack.
Tell the police we've got him in sight.
Now, high behind the wheel, he is a loaded weapon.
He's on Sarah Road going south.
Officers struggle to keep up.
This car is not stopping.
But Detective Michael LaFoon is about to pick up the chase.
I was off duty and I saw the chase on TV at my house. I decided to get involved because it was within 4 or 5 miles from my house, and I'm the only one up north with a 4-wheel drive vehicle.
The suspect pushes deeper into the countryside. He gets increasingly desperate, stopping at nothing to get away.
Subtitles. Whoa, just a near miss right there.
Even when he completely runs out of road, he makes one of his own.
This guy's doing everything he can to get away.
The driver shortcuts through grass fields in a frantic attempt to elude a roadblock. But with police units on the ground and a chopper overhead, the noose tightens around the fugitive's neck.
Subtitles. I see a police car now. He needs to turn left at the next dirt road and we can lead him to where this car is.
He cuts through pastures, putting cows on the run. Then he rips through a fence with the highway just in sight. He won't make it.
Police are waiting up at the end of this road.
At a freshly fertilized field, LaFoon swoops in to plant him with a pit maneuver.
A green SUV nudges into the side of the suspect's car, forcing it to spin slowly to a stop. The policeman gets out of his car.
But it's not over yet. The cracked-out criminal refuses to surrender.
If this guy doesn't give up, they may have to use deadly force.
LaFoon steels himself for a situation that could turn violent.
You have to take into consideration that they could be armed, and all of them are dangerous until you figure out exactly what you're into.
The lone detective tries smashing the window to take the suspect down. Backup arrives to assist.
The cop tries to bash the window in.
With nowhere left to run, the man finally relents before the standoff gets bloody.
The suspect's pulled out of the car.
He came very close to getting shot. Yes, I was prepared to use deadly force if I had to.
Rodolfo Trevino is convicted of possession of a stolen vehicle, eluding police, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He is sentenced to 10 years behind bars, but a fatal end is averted. Thanks to an eye in the sky and a long arm of the law that teamed up to make sure this runaway wrongdoer got plowed.
A replay of the cop's SUV nudging into the back of the suspect's car.
Bend, Oregon.
Subtitles. Residents of Apartment 5, Building A. This is the police. Come out of your residence with your hands above your head and comply with all orders, and you will not be harmed.
A neighbor films as a SWAT team moves in on heavily armed suspects. Fueled by drugs and liquor, the 2 residents of this unit have spent the evening firing high-power assault rifles into the air and leaving neighbors fearing for their lives.
Snow falls gently.
Knowing the men are sitting on a huge cache of weapons, the SWAT team is prepared to use lethal force to neutralize their targets. The field field commander repeats the order to surrender.
This is the police.
Each moment the armed suspects don't respond, the standoff gets more tense. The neighbors take cover, closing themselves off from what could be a hailstorm of bullets. The situation continues into early morning. Then, just as day breaks,
Subtitles. Get down.
officers pull the gunman from the apartment. Incredibly, the entire time SWAT was outside. The suspects were fast asleep inside. They awake to face justice. And a situation that could have easily been deadly comes to a peaceful end.
This is pretty F up.
But that doesn't mean they'll go quietly.
Subtitles. Don't move. You guys got an FF up SWAT team.
In their hungover stupor, they have no idea how close they were to being taken down permanently.
The suspect says, yeah, I'd appreciate if you don't step all over the F place. I just got my carpet cleaned.
A subsequent search turns up several pounds of marijuana, thousands of dollars in cash, and an arsenal of deadly weapons.
There's a replay of the police moving up the steps of the house.
These suspects are just lucky this special weapons team is as skilled in restraint as it is in use of force.
Captions. Most shocking.
La Plata, Argentina. A violent faction of human rights advocates protest the government's treatment of political prisoners. The group is small compared to police numbers, but that doesn't mean they aren't dangerous.
The riot police form a line across the street with their riot shields in front of them. A petrol bomb sets one officer's boot alight.
One rebel ups the stakes, tossing a Molotov cocktail. The homemade bomb detonates, setting an officer on fire. Fellow lawmen race to put out the flames.
He sits on the ground. Another policeman pats his shoe to put it out.
It's clear this demonstration has taken a potentially deadly turn. Police regroup and storm the protest line, firing rubber bullets at the troublemakers.
One policeman ducks, then fires into the crowd.
The quick strike works, ending the uprising in a bloodless coup. These demonstrators may have been campaigning for a good reason, but when they took action that could have taken a life, it was their violent methods that made the headlines.
Captions. Most shocking.